JP, something that bubbled up in late June, and we'll see how this unfolds during training camp, was Zach Brown talking about having it out with Terrelle Pryor when the Jets, the Redskins, have a joint practice. So I'm kind of looking forward to that subplot when training camp opens. When does that joint practice start? Do you know at this point?
Yeah, so those are after the first preseason game. So camp opens, and I can't believe this. I mean, it's 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Yep.
And they'll be in Richmond just practicing. The first preseason game, I believe, is August 9th in New England. And then they come back to Richmond after that. So I think it's the 11th, 12th, 13th. The Jets will be down there. And then the Skins will play the Jets that Thursday night at FedEx Field. So, you know, if Terrelle Pryor is practicing, he hasn't done much, if any, off-season work with the Jets because the ankle injury that landed him on the IR last year here with the Skins has apparently flared back up there. And it wouldn't shock me if we don't see Pryor on the field much during those joint practices, and the Redskins players that are interested in getting their shots at him don't really get a chance.
What was the beef about? I missed it. Why were they beefing?
So Zach Brown is right, frankly. Terrelle Pryor last year in training camp was just showboating, kind of as frequently as he could, and he was posting videos of all the one-handed catches he was making, and then Zach Brown says that Jay Gruden didn't let the defense really get any shots on Pryor at all, and not even just like hitting him, but he was protected to the point. There was the one scene I remember really well, and in hindsight makes a ton of sense. There was one play down near the goal line where Pryor subbed himself in against, because he realized he had one-on-one coverage against the outside zone drill. If you remember Deshaun Phillips, a really nice guy. He's a guy, didn't make the team. Pryor just went up one-handed, caught it over Phillips. People were going nuts because this is kind of the most packed corner of training camp where there's a lot of fans. All the fans have their phones out for Twitter videos, Instagram, whatever else. And Pryor made a huge and it was a catch, don't get me wrong. But in that moment, I saw how angry the defense was. Then, fast forward a week, if you remember, Bashaud Breeland got thrown out of a walkthrough because he got so frustrated trying to get physical with Pryor at the line of scrimmage. And then coaches were like, look, you can't do that. Breeland kind of fired back at the coaches. They threw him off the practice field. In hindsight, both of those situations are because, I guess, per what Zach Brown is saying, the rule from the coaching staff is they weren't allowed to touch Terrelle Pryor, even at the line of scrimmage. Wow. A normal bump, a normal bit of physicality in coverage you would use as, you know, a defensive back doesn't have a lot of weapons in with how refs call the NFL now. So I think Zach Brown is like, you know, we'll see who's hot dog.